Hi guys, I am your IELTS teacher, Jessica Beck. In this podcast episode, number 866, you are going to hear my co-host Aubrey and I give you sample part 1 speaking answers about clothes. Since I was an IELTS examiner for 14 years, I am going to highlight the reasons why these answers get band 7 and higher. So guys, listen up for my insider advice and for our sample answers to this very common topic about clothes in speaking part 1. And guys, remember to get your free estimated IELTS band score. Find out what you would get if you took IELTS today. Go to allearsenglish.com/IELTS quiz. This is an IELTS Energy Podcast, episode 866. The Examiner adores these Part 1 clothing answers.
Welcome to the IELTS Energy Podcast from All Ears English with your hosts, former IELTS examiner Jessica Beck and Lindsay McMahon, the English adventurer. With hundreds of Band 7, 8, and 9 success stories, our strategies are the smartest in the IELTS world. Get your estimated band score now with our 2-minute quiz. Go to allearsenglish.com/myscore.
Get casual with our informal answers to today's Part 1 speaking questions. We use informal fillers and high-level vocabulary to give you sample answers about the clothing we wear.
Hey Aubrey, I have a question. What are you wearing right now?
I am wearing pajamas, even though it's almost noon.
A lot of people are living lives like you and I often live lives, right? People are having a lot more meetings online. And there's been all these stories in the news and on the radio and stuff about like what people are wearing in their Zoom meetings and how,
it's like a button-up shirt on top and then like basketball shorts.
Basketball shorts, pajama pants, just sweats. I know, it's so funny. Guys, clothing is a common topic on IELTS. We are going to do some sample part 1 answers about clothes today, but beware, you could also be asked about clothes in part 2 or part 3, right? Like part 2 could be describe your favorite piece of clothing. That'd be real hard, but that could totally happen on the test. And in part 3, you could be asked about like traditional clothes or fashion. That comes up sometimes, and that's a really difficult topic.
Yeah, there's a lot of specific vocabulary. We actually covered a lot of it in IELTS Energy episode 791 about formal garb, vocabulary dealing with things that you might wear, specific vocabulary that you might need to know. So come back to the blog, allearsenglish.com/IELTS/episodes so that you can, I'll post a link to that for sure.
Yeah, formal garb. Garb is such a great word instead of clothing. Like, oh gosh, just so many golden lessons here on IELTS Energy, guys. You know what? I just want to toot our own horn for a second here because today's episode is gonna be a little bit silly. It's still very useful and fun because we love talking and we love doing sample answers. It's super fun. But guys, I want to let you know that everything we teach you guys, all the language we put in front of you is useful, all right? Even if it is fun, that doesn't mean it's not useful, okay? I mean, I have a master's in applied linguistics and you have a master's in TESOL, right?
Yes, exactly. So linguistics, like you're just a wordsmith, right?
I just love words. I love everything about words and learning and teaching words. And we think that's kind of important to students to know that, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think whenever you have a teacher, you want to know that they know what they're talking about, that the information they're giving you is going to be accurate, is going to be exactly what you need to know, nothing extra. And that's really key here. I think it's important for you guys to know that we do have the education, but we also have the experience. We've learned multiple languages. We've been where you are, where we have total mastery of our first language, and then we try to apply it to a second language, and it's really difficult to write. And it's really difficult to speak, with different tone, varying tone, and casually and formally. And this is difficult stuff. We've been through it.
Yeah.
We know what you guys are going through.
We have experienced firsthand the fear of speaking in another language, the difficulty in learning. How do we get the confidence to open our mouths in another language? 2 native speakers, no less. We've been there, guys. We get it, and we are here to help you. Okay, so let's get to it. So guys, what we're going to do, I'm going to ask Aubrey 2 questions, and then we're going to highlight some of the cool stuff she says, and then we're going to swap it around, and she's going to ask me 2 speaking part 1 questions. So again, guys, these are all going to be about clothes. Okay, Aubrey, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Do you care a lot about what you wear?
Not at all. In fact, this is a little bit of a problem with my husband and I, because he would like me to wear nicer clothing. He would like me to spend money to wear, and I could not care less. I hate shopping. I hate spending money on clothing. I don't care at all what I wear. So it's a little bit of a problem, actually.
Oh, God, that was fun. So what I like about that is, first of all, guys, the expressiveness, right? Remember, to get a 7 or higher on speaking, which reminds me, real fast, guys, to get a 7 or higher on speaking, you need to come to our free live web class. Pause the episode, go sign up right now. allearsenglish.com/certain. Okay, anyway, back to your answer. Pronunciation, you need to be expressive for a 7 or higher. So when she was like, just immediately responding like, oh, not at all. And then like you laughed a little bit. But yet that coherence is still there, right? Like, in fact, so actually, like, we're still using all these native transitions, the native glue to hold our ideas together. Hello, awesome listeners. Do you want Examiner insider tips for your next IELTS speaking exam? Of course you do. And vocabulary and pronunciation tips. Everything will be in our free live web class. Grab your spot right now and put it in your calendar, guys. Sign up at allearsenglish.com/certain. That's allearsenglish.com/CERTAIN. See you there. All right, next question. What kind of clothes do you usually wear?
It really depends on where I'm going. At home, I dress very casually. But if I am going to work outside of the home, if it's an important meeting, I might wear a skirt and a blouse, or I can wear jeans and a t-shirt to the nonprofit. And so it really depends.
Okay, awesome. So we're getting specific, right? So we get that specific vocab like skirt and a blouse, nonprofit, describing another job you have because you have like 50,000 jobs in your life, included with 4 kids. Guys, man, you know, we talk about our understanding of what it's like to be a busy adult. And, you know, I'm just proving to you that, yes, we do know what it's like to be a busy adult. So getting specific, giving those personal answers. Okay, Aubrey, I'm ready for my questions.
Okay, my first question for you. Did you wear the same kind of clothes as a child?
No, actually, because right now, the stage of life I'm in now is I wear exercise clothes like all day, every day. In the morning, I put on some, running tights and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and then I could work on my computer. And when I get tired, I know that I could just take off with my dogs and go running whenever I want throughout the day. So like, I always want to be sort of ready for that. And it's just more comfortable, right? However, growing up, I guess I did wear kind of exercise clothes, but it had to all be related to soccer because soccer was my life growing up. So I was always wearing like Diadora soccer shorts. That was my favorite brand for some reason because like I was in love with Roberto Baggio. He was an Italian soccer player. That's so embarrassing. So Diadora was my favorite brand. I would always wear like Diadora pants. And then the shirt I had was always like from a soccer tournament, because we had like 1,000 shirts like that. So kind of the same, but not as focused on soccer.
I love your answer. I love how much fluency it shows. And I love the difference between yours and mine, because if you think about an examiner listening to you, they probably would have had to cut you off to ask another question, which is a good thing, guys. Don't be worried if you get cut off. That just shows the examiner how fluent you are. You have so much you could say about this question. You could talk forever. They're going to have to stop you.
Which is great.
Yes.
And, like best case scenario, they're so into your answer, they don't want to stop you. And they're sort of laughing and like, oh, thank you. Like, yes, that should be the goal, guys. All right. Roberto Baggio. I haven't thought about him in years. Guys, I hope
I'm glad we could take this trip down memory lane with you.
Oh my God. Guys, I would love to hear your comments on what I just said. If you do have any comments on Roberto Baggio, hashtag IELTS Energy on Instagram. Okay, One more question.
All right. Do you enjoy dressing up sometimes?
Oh God, yeah, for sure. Dressing up makes me feel so confident, and I do miss that feeling of like that put together feeling, sort of ready to take on the world and like impress people, Because again, like the advantage of working at home is that I could wear exercise clothes all day, but then every time I look in the mirror, I'm just like, same old, old t-shirt or whatever I'm wearing. But then every time I have the chance to go out to dinner or go see friends, I totes dress up because it's like my chance to wear real clothes and makeup. So yeah, when I get the chance, I super love dressing up.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great answer. I hope you guys are noticing Jessica's filler phrases. She has great informal fillers for these answers. For the first one, the first thing she said was no, actually. And for this one, she said, yeah, for sure. And these are perfect for part 1 because they're quite informal. Part 3 is going to be more formal fillers, but these are great for part 1. And then she uses a lot of other casual vocabulary, informal, like sort of, same old, right? These great expressions, which are going to really show that variety in your vocabulary from part 1 to part 3.
Yeah, man. Guys, remember, you have to be relaxed in part 1, right? You have to be informal in part 1 because that is what is appropriate. If you are trying to use academic vocab, it's inappropriate. It doesn't sound right. It is not fluent and natural. So guys, for more insider tips like this for your speaking exam, guys, sign up, come to our web class, grab your spot. There are 2 options, April 25th and 27th. Sign up at allearsenglish.com/certain. And guys, come back to the blog, all right? There's so much stuff there. allearsenglish.com/IELTS. Episode 791 has formal clothing vocab, but you can also search informal fillers and formal fillers because there's great resources there as well. So, all right, Aubrey, thanks. This was so fun.
That's fun. I'm so glad I know so much more about what you dress like.
Yeah, just sharing all the personal details today. That's what we're about. Okay. All right, Aubrey, have a good day.
You too. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to IELTS Energy. Hit subscribe now and don't forget to find your estimated band score at allearsenglish.com/myscore.